More Game of Thrones on top of more Game of Thrones, Mr. Black. Apparently, this the new show that's out now, House of Dragons, right? That's the name of the show. I haven't seen the episodes yet, but I think did the second one get released yet, or are we still on one? Yeah, we got two now.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen them. I've seen that people seem to be relatively happy with them. Some very much so. And in the midst of all of that, we're getting a little bit more news that evidently there is, in some sort of development, a Jon Snow sequel. So it would be the first property that would be coming out as a sequel to the original series, and that Kit Harington would, of course, be reprising his role as Jon Snow. I would be more interested in that than House of Dragons personally. House of Dragons to me was never like a part of the Game of Thrones saga that was particularly interesting to me. But Jon Snow as a character, and coming back and having a sequel to the series that we already know, yeah, that sounds intriguing to me. I'd be interested in seeing that. I don't know if this is like a guaranteed thing yet, or if this is still like a pencil to paper situation. But it does seem like a pretty obvious choice if they did want to go that route. It seems like a pretty easy choice. What do you think? Would you be interested in a Jon Snow piece, or are you kind of is Game of Thrones for you right now kind of a Star Wars situation where you just don't necessarily?
No. Star Wars is far gone now. I still haven't watched I haven't watched any of the Star Wars stuff. I haven't watched the Obi-Wan stuff. Neither
have I. I haven't watched it either yet.
I'm done. Yeah. I'll watch a Star Wars movie when it comes out. I'm done. I'm not even watching. I'm not watching Mandalorian anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm over Star Wars. So they're gonna have to.
But Game
really
of Thrones, you've still got some in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch the House of Dragon. Or House of Dragons. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna let a bunch of episodes go, and then because I freaking hate waiting a week to watch an episode. It's just annoying.
I've been bred now to just want to binge shit if I want to, and like have the choice. Yeah, no, it's unfortunately it's hard to go back once you've gotten to that point. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, sure. If it's good, I'm sure with Jon Snow coming back, and this was talked about. I think Kit Harington went to them and pitched an idea.
Oh, really?
And and they said we'll think about it. Now it's starting to get a bit of traction. Maybe because Kit Harington's career after Game of Thrones not going particularly well. I know he's going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but to what degree I don't know. Yeah, so maybe we'll see. The Daenerys come back. Maybe she isn't actually dead. Because the dragon takes her off, right?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll see more of Arya and Sansa and those different characters make cameos and things. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll just be strictly about this character and where he decides to go. Sure. I mean, I'm in if it's good. I'll give it a try. I'm not burnt out. Like, last season of Game of Thrones, pretty bad. But is it enough for me to like write off the entire IP? No, because even though it was bad, it was watchable. It was just disappointing. It was just like, fuck, man.
It's just a little dark.
All
really.
This time, it was very dark. It was like we waited all this time for this big battle, and you can't see it. And then like certain characters die in certain ways, and it was just unfulfilling. Parts of it was good. There were parts, and even parts of the final episode that like certain storylines I got on board with and I enjoyed. But some of the bigger stuff was just like, nah, this ain't it. So perhaps they can right the wrongs. One way or another, they're gonna milk this shit for eternity. So I expect to see lots more Game of Thrones over the next decade in some way, shape, or form. It's just a matter of, can they make it good? We'll find out.
We will find out. How much of it will be, what I think will be interesting because it'll be over the next decade, and is how much involvement George R.R. Martin has. He's still trying to finish the fucking books, for God's sake. Is he just going to be perpetually tied to the show and have that chew up his fucking time instead of actually finishing?
Like the guy's made so much money.
Yeah, but that dude's going to be like dead in like fucking 5 years. So like he should probably
we said that like 10 years ago too, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
like,
still,
I don't know.
I'm still, if I'm a betting man, I'm still going with diabetes.
Well,
But
we'll
either
see.
way, like he
Here's the
clearly
thing,
he
I
likes
don't
making
care.
money.
I don't give a shit if he's part of the show or not, to be honest. Just make a damn good show. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, I don't
Well, that's
really
what
care.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the writers can come up with something that's like beyond his written content, because up to this point, I think even House of Dragons is based on Martin's work, and so how well they do. Maybe that's what will make it interesting to me. See if Jon Snow's stuff isn't necessarily tied directly to Martin's work. It will be like a good test run for like how good could any other work be.
We'll see.